Hey friends, I'm E.
And I'm Neeko.
And last year we lived in Vietnam. We spent about half the year in the big city of Hanoi and the other in the small beach town of Hoi An. Along the way, we visited some pretty cool places and met some even cooler people. Here are our stories. Our second trip in Vietnam was to Mai Chau. We thought that the drive would be a breeze after overcoming the ride to Ninh Binh. We were wrong. So wrong.
Being new to driving motorcycles aside, I think this trip would have been scary even if we had taken a bus, driven ourselves in a car, because you're traversing through mountains. And while you're doing this, it's misting, it's foggy, it's raining, people are driving like crazy people, and it's all cliffside.
Yeah, it was not the peaceful ride that we were expecting, but I think we both can agree that it was the most exciting and exhilarating ride that we've experienced in Vietnam. We didn't do the
Hai Van Pass.
No, we did Hai Van Pass. We didn't do the Hai Giang Loop. So for us, that was our little taste of mountain riding.
Yeah, and at least once we got to Mai Chau, it was smooth sailing from there.
Yeah. No.
Baby, I told you, it won't do anything. There is no light. Is it right there? I'm just gonna walk it.
Yeah. Here, get on my bike. I'll walk it.
My bike did not want to cooperate this day. It was turning off, it wasn't restarting. It was madness.
Yeah, but once we actually got to the hostel, things went smoothly.
Yeah, after I had to walk my bike all the way, the last like mile and a half, no, half a mile.
I did offer.
Half a mile. No, it was my bike, it's my responsibility. I walked it. The hostel we stayed at, are you ready for this mouthful? Was called Mai Chau Homestay Bar and Restaurant.
Yeah, that's it. And in typical us fashion, we had previously spent all of our money on exploring and eating, if we're being real.
Eating. Look at that guy.
That's a big boy.
So glazed.
So this isn't the most luxurious of places, but I mean, there's comfy beds, AC, which is rare, food and drinks at the hostel, and believe it or not, wood-fired pizza.
Yes. Do we even have to say more than just wood-fired pizza? I mean, that's what sold it for me.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest. But yeah, other than that, I guess there are other selling points, like it's right in the middle of the touristy area. It was nice enough, and you could walk to anything that you wanted to do. So
we say the touristy area, but I know that comes with a negative connotation, but it's really not that bad. Mai Chau is known for its beautiful textiles and clothing and stuff like that. So there's just a bunch of food stalls, there's a bunch of, let's say, headband stalls, clothing stalls, everything that you can think of made there is sold there.
yeah, and it's where you would go out for drinks, because Mai Chau is not really a huge city, so you want to be in the touristy section just so you have stuff to do right outside your door. After we arrived to the hostel, ditched our bikes, dropped our bags, and ate some lunch, we went to go find the waterfall. What was it called? You don't remember. We'll put the waterfall here somewhere. But anyways, we only had 2 full days, so we needed to get straight on an adventure. We only had one goal in mind that day, and it was to find the waterfall, but we actually ended up stumbling upon something far cooler.
Yeah, when we travel, we try to have as open of a mindset as possible, meaning that we have things we want to see and do, but we have no real attachment to that. The only thing we have attachment to is having a good time at our own pace.
Yeah.
So on the way to the waterfall, we decided it was beer o'clock, stopped at a hotel, and because of that, we actually got to do other things that day that were much cooler than just seeing the waterfall.
Yeah, we went to this beautiful hotel that was right on the water in Mai Chau, and we were just chatting with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, Nick was chatting with some other guy named Carl, who happened to be the manager of this hotel. And he introduced us to his local tour guide, who gave us the insider facts.
Yeah, inside scoop.
The scoop.
Yeah, and because of this, we saw not only the waterfall, but something that I personally liked even better. But just look at the waterfall. Go. So guys, this is the elusive entrance to the Go Lao waterfall. When you see this, pull over, park your bike, like right there. A very nice lady will come over and ask for 10,000. She'll watch your helmet, she'll watch everything, she's really nice. So when you see this, just pull over. But come on, let's go to the waterfall. So you saw the water fountain.
Water fountain?
Yep, water fountain. You just saw the Go Lao waterfall, but in my personal opinion, this is so much better. This is a viewpoint that we did not find online, that none of the tour book guides told us about, that none of the tour guides told us about, but we got it from a local. So I highly suggest coming here. What you do, once you leave the waterfall, climb back up those stairs, keep going straight on your bike. Keep going straight until you see this sign right there. And you'll see that sign. A lot of locals like to stand on top of it and take selfies and stuff like that. When you see that, you know you're in the right place. And keep going until you see that, because it's a bit of a crazy road. But here, come closer. It's untouched. There's no boats, there's no tourists. All the boats that you do see are like local fishermen. It's an untouched oasis.
With the fog, that view was spectacular. I've never seen such like a blue lake surrounded by mountains that's at that scale. Like it was so big, it almost felt like it was like Lake Michigan or something. Not that big. But anyways, I would have loved to have seen it on a clear day. That would really just...
Yeah, and the video really doesn't do it justice, to be honest, but we're just so happy that we decided it was beer o'clock at like 11 a.m. and went to that hotel to talk to those guys, because if we had like stuck to our schedule and been really adamant about doing this at that time and that at that time, we would have never stumbled upon that. And you know, for us, that's what it's all about.
After that, we realized we were hungry again, so we went back to our hostel for lunch. And at lunch, we met two Kiwis, Simon and Ruby. They invited us to meet up for dinner, some pizza, and go out to a festival later that night. But during dinner, we heard some music, and we didn't know where it was coming from or what it was all about. So we tried to get some more information, and Nick took the initiative to ask our hostel people.
So the hostel owner didn't speak any English, so I basically just walked up to her like, Odao, which is where? And she was like, what is this guy doing? And then I just kept doing it, and I was like, Odao. And she's like, and then she like told us the way and stuff, and it turned into this. this day, none of us know the cultural significance of that dance and the stories behind it, but just being accepted so openly and so warmly by everyone there really made that night an unforgettable night, in my opinion.
Yeah. And you're forgetting the most unforgettable person of the night, who was this woman wearing a helmet.
Yep.
Please, just enjoy. After the dancing, we decided to go find that festival that we were originally planning on going to. We stopped for some beers along the way, and the walk was a little bit farther than we expected, so by the time we got there, the festival had actually completely ended. So we posted up at another bar, had some beers, chatted up, and called it a night. We only had one full day in Mai Chau, so we spent this entire day exploring. That's short for exploring, if you didn't get it. But one of the major attractions in Mai Chau is actually this massive cave called Chu Caves. So that was our first stop of the day. And it of course comes with so many stairs.
How are you holding up?
I made it this far and I'm already out of breath.
That's the entrance right there.
Vietnam is apparently the land of many, many stairs, because if you watch the rest of our videos, you'll see that at least 4 different places we have to climb so many stairs.
Yeah, everything requires stairs.
Everything requires stairs. But like everything in Vietnam, the climb is worth it if you can make it up them stairs.
How you feeling, bro?
Good.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You just saying that for the camera, or
No, I feel good.
you feel good?
Yeah.
Alright, let me give me a sprint.
A sprint?
Yeah. Let me see a sprint.
Up these stairs?
Yeah.
These uneven stairs?
Oi.
The cave itself is really cool, and it is almost misleading when you see it from the top of the stairs. Because once you go in and you start just exploring or exploring around, you realize just how deep it is. And it's such like a refuge from the climb up, because it's nice and cool in there and it's almost misty.
It was like air conditioning coming out of the cave. When
Yeah.
you get to the last 5 steps, you just get hit with
Yep.
this breeze.
Yeah.
That was so rewarding. And then you get to see this incredible cathedral almost.
And we're not judging people, but we saw so many people walk all the way up, go in the center area of the cave, and then leave.
Oh my god, so
Whereas
silly.
there's this huge back part.
Yeah.
Do the back part.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Explore the whole cave.
Explore it.
Explore it.
Made it out of the cave, still drenching in sweat. This is not the natural color of my shirt.
After the caves, we went looking for an ethnic village. We didn't find one, but we did make some new friends.
Sao chụp ảnh sai.
Done, yeah. Bye bye.
Cảm ơn.
After the village, we drove around some more, trying to see the most of Mai Chau. There's not a whole lot to see, but there's a lot of nature to see.
Great
So,
place to just cruise around.
Yeah.
And overall, I think our Mai Chau experience was exactly what we wanted from it.
Yes.
I think if we had budgeted better, we probably would have taken some local tours.
At least one.
At least one, because we love doing stuff like that. But it's definitely somewhere you need to add on your list.
Yeah. The drive to and from Mai Chau is definitely a lot. Even though the first drive was, we had the fog and some mechanical issues with my bike, the ride home was even more stressful.
But, either way, whether you ride your bike there, whether you take a bus, whether you get a private tour, we do hope that you go. And if you want to see some more extensive information on Mai Chau, like what we did, what we saw, the name of the hotel, and stuff like that, and just kind of more of our experience, definitely check out our blog where we have that all written out in beautiful detail from this woman right here. And also check out our Insta to stay up to date.
Yeah. Anyways, that was our experience in Mai Chau. If you've ever been or you're hoping to go, please leave some information below in the comments.
let's
We
chat.
always love hearing from you guys. And
Remember, y'all, stay cool.
because it's hot and numb.